Let me ask you about this Washington Post article by Jennifer Rubin. You had made remarks. Apparently she picked up, it was back in 2012, a video in which you said sanctions against Japan and Nazi Germany. Let me read it verbatim because I can't stand when people take it out of context. Well, I can actually play it. Let me play it.
So even in Israel, people think, oh, everybody in Israel are all for attacking Iran. Israel's like we are. They're a pluralistic society with agreement and disagreement. Not everybody over there wants war either. But it also means you can't be shrinking away from it completely. And I took the middle ground on the sanctions to see if sanctions will work. And there are times when sanctions have made it worse. I mean, there are times leading up to World War II, we cut off trade with Japan. That probably caused Japan to react angrily. We also had a blockade on Germany after World War I, which may have encouraged some of their anger. But I think foreign policy is not always an exact right or wrong answer either, that there's a lot of murkiness, and that we need to just, one, be careful, reluctant to go to war, and make sure that when war does happen, if ever does, it goes through Congress and isn't the decision of one person in the White House.
I'll be honest, I didn't even understand. You're making a much broader point. You didn't say that you were against fighting World War II.
No, not by any means. It's kind of funny, the Internet, because there is no filter on the Internet, even for people who ostensibly work for legitimate newspapers. There's no filter, and so people write bizarre things like, blames America for World War II. Nothing could be farther from the truth. In fact, when I point back in history, World War II was actually one of the times when we actually did it correctly. We declared war. We went to war all out to win. We went to war against an aggressive nation, both Japan and Germany. And the cause of World War II was, or at least the German aspect of it, was Hitler. So anybody who would try to argue that I'm somehow saying Hitler wasn't responsible for World War II is, I think, just writing fiction, not fact.
And you supported sanctions on Russia recently and Iran before that, and I think you were against lifting the sanctions against Iran and giving them their money back.
Yeah, so I've been a supporter of sanctions as a way to try to actually force people to come to the negotiating table. So, no, I have supported sanctions against the Russians and the Iranians, and so I think it's not fair for people to try to mischaracterize who I am or what my position is. But I think sometimes when it becomes so over the top, it almost becomes laughable, and people like that are marginalizing themselves probably.